Hi everyone, so I'm just going to get into this. This video is going to be on RuPaul's Drag Race Season 7, Episode 12. And I'm going to preface this video by saying that I'm so incredibly sorry that I did not make a video last week. I just started my job, as I told you, and I had so much going on and I was so exhausted, but this week I am here to make my video, and I'm just going to, before I start this video, say I am so seriously disappointed in last week's episode, and I am very sad that Kaya went home, and all that jazz. So, here's this video. This episode starts out with the feeling that it is so wrong to be there without Katya, and I just feel like it would be wrong too because Kennedy should have gone home. Let's be real. But Ginger and Kennedy are still bitching about sewing, and I'm just like, get over it. You should know how to sew. And the thing I don't understand is them discrediting Violet and Pearl for being young and saying that, oh, they shouldn't be here because they can't do as well as us. You can't sew. And they can. They can act, they can sing, they can sew, they can look great. And what are you doing? Bitching? Just a little observation. But yeah, this episode starts with Michelle Visage coming to the workroom to tell them that their main challenge this week, their maxi challenge, is the RuPaul music video for Born Naked, which they will dance and act in. And the dancing is directed by Candace Kane, so she comes in and she lets them know that this is going to be an 80s strong woman look in the dancing. And Violet's struggling with it. Ginger's actually doing well for once with choreography. And no comment about Pearl and Kennedy, so seems to be going well. This episode they have the lunches with Rue because it is the final four. So Kennedy's lunch with Rue was really touching and sweet. It actually made me feel emotional for her. I feel bad for what she's had to go through, but I don't think it warrants being so rude. Even though you go through a lot of stuff, you should never be rude, and you know what I'm saying. The choreo and acting struggle for Violet, blah blah blah. Oh, and then there's this little tit for tat with Violet and Ginger, where Ginger's like, well, you can't act, so how are you going to pull through this week? Because you can't just push through. And Pearl's just sitting there like, I just love her. Side note, I met them this weekend, and it was great. I have a vlog that I will put up this Saturday, maybe? Don't hold me to it. So Ginger's lunch with Rue, she talks about how her parents were separated and she has no real relationship with her dad anymore, and she just really wants her dad to approve of what she's doing, and I think that's nice. There is a kind side to Ginger, I think, but most of the time it's not shown, and that's where it comes from, her struggle with wanting to be accepted and using humor and like attitude as a way to get that out. Pearl and Violet are talking in the workroom. Pearl's like, what you gonna wear, pumpkin? And it's just so cute. I love them so much. And they're dancing around and they're having fun, and Kennedy or Ginger are just hating them for it. And I'm just like, you guys have no fun. Like, there's a reason why they don't like them, and it's because they don't like to have fun, and they think so seriously on this because of their pageant experience, and I just think it's not fair to them. So, on to the next. Violet talks to Rue, and she's Violet's assumed that she would win straight up from the beginning, and I think so too. I think she is going to win at this point. Her confidence comes from relying on herself her whole life and how she's special, and she just knows it, and Rue tells her she is. So it's nice, and it's very confident. I don't think there's any real big problems in Violet's life. I think she's very confident, and I admire that. I feel the same way often. So Pearl's lunch is very emotional. Pearl didn't think she would make it this far, but Rue knows she has potential, and that's why she yelled at her in the beginning, and she's glad she's made it so far, and baby Pearl was like tormented and stuff, and she had a hard life, and I really am curious to know, but I think it's best she like kind of kept her guard up, because putting everything out there for the world to watch on TV is not always the best idea, as we have learned in the past. Jasmine Masters. But yeah, I don't know, I just feel very emotional for Pearl, and I love her so much, and I have such a connection with her in general. and I love her. And Pearl is told that she's just gonna go up from there, and RuPaul is very encouraging to her, so I really enjoy that. So let's get to the video shoot. I have this kind of split up in a weird way. So Pearl and Violet looked so good in the dancing part. They had struggles. Kennedy was the only one that actually did like well straight up, but Kennedy's a dancer, so I'm like, whatever. Violet had her earring fly off. Pearl had her wig slide back, and I know she was kind of embarrassed over it, which was sad. And what did Ginger? Oh, Ginger had her hair come out, and she worked it, but it was still like, what's going on? And I understand what Candace Kane was on about. Yeah. Oh, and then when Pearl's wig like started coming out, Violet went over to fix it, and I was just like, I love them so much, and they're so sweet to each other, and I feel like I have that relationship with a lot of my friends, so it's just nice to see the little kindness in their hearts, even though they're so hated on. So into the acting part, I wrote Pearl needs to hit some more notes with the teenager thing. Pearl as the mom was so funny, and Pearl as the kid was cute. Ginger was boring to me. Violet killed it as usual. And Kennedy is so boring, and she has short-term memory issues, Pearl said. So they're doing the scene, and Matthew Anderson, who looks great on this episode with that pink beard, is telling Kennedy some direction. She keeps forgetting, and it's just like, come on. Anyway, on to the next. So we're talking about first impressions in the workroom as they're painting their faces to get ready for the biggest main stage. And the main stage this week is their best drag, because it's the last one. Oh, I can't believe I stuck through this season with all the shit that's gone on. I'm so surprised myself. So the first impressions, Violet thought Pearl was just stoned. Kennedy thought Violet is full of herself, thinks she hasn't changed, and she's too young. And then they get in this whole argument like she can't hold herself to be America's drag superstar because she's too young. She has so much to learn. And I'm like, blah 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 blah. And then Ginger called her a bitch, and she was like, I don't know, Violet just kind of took it, and like you can see that change in her there where she wasn't fighting back. So I really enjoyed that. Best drag runway. Okay, here's my thoughts. Kennedy, bad. Bye. Violet looked so classy and nice, but they had that back rolls. But yeah, she did have a back roll. Ginger was And I wrote Pearl, oh my god, I thought she looked beautiful, and I loved that wig. Mom. Alright, I don't know why it says photos. Oh, okay. So RuPaul showed them photos of them as 4-year-olds and like asked them what they would say to themselves then. So Kennedy says she wants to say to her younger self, it's okay to be different and it will get better, which I thought was nice. Violet says to have more patience and know how special and find the strength and get to a ballet class, which I thought was funny, little tidbit. Ginger says find the friend in yourself, and people are stupid forever, and make yourself the grand marshal of the stupid parade. And I just thought, that was stupid. And then Pearl says she'll enter the toughest years ever. People suck and fuck you up, and she just started crying, and you could just feel the pain and the everything she's been through, and I love you, Pearl. And RuPaul says you're a star, baby, and it just makes my heart little flutter because I love Pearl. Acting challenges. So Kennedy flatlined in acting, but she was representative of her best drag. These are critiques, by the way. Violet was funny, dancing was great, separation of characters in all her different acting roles. The outfit doesn't say Violet's best drag though, and I kind of agree with that because I think she's pulled out better looks in the beginning. Ginger's characters were fleshed out. You could tell that. I agree. Professional. Best drag in the whole competition. Oh, it's her best drag she's shown in the whole competition. I mean, it was good. It was better than what she's done before, but she's wearing the same fucking wig she's worn since the first day. Anyway, Pearl was so funny. They found out she's just a weirdo, and then in the dancing she did like a dancing stoner stripper so high reaching for the dollars. I thought it was funny but true. And she was beautiful, and congratulations to her on her change and making it so far, and I thought it was nice. They were the only ones that said congratulations to... maybe a sign. I hope Pearl wins. Okay. So then they need to argue why they should be best... not best. America's Next Drag Superstar, and their competitors shouldn't. And Violet says, well, I've been working for 17 years, and I have professionalism, and I condone myself in a certain way. By the way... condone myself. It's conduct. Thank you, honey. You're a professional, huh? I can see that. Glad you went home. And she's like, the other girls are not ready because they're so young. I love Ginger, but Violet and Pearl suck. And I'm like, bitch, look at yourself. I could see that zipper on your fucking dress. I've had it. Goodbye. Ginger talks about, oh wait, no, Violet. Violet feels she's already the next drag superstar, and I agree. She doesn't need to show validation, her past, and she feels she's the past, the present, and the future of drag. And I'm like, good speech. Ginger wants to share her win with Kennedy, and they'll wear conjoined queen dresses for the rest of the year. Fuck off. Violet has a short temper, so that's why she shouldn't win. Like, really? And then Pearl was going to walk away and throw away... stupid. It's like she threw everyone under the bus for like little weaknesses in the beginning, which don't matter now because they've pushed through it and grown up, and you're still annoying. And then she's like, I'm ready for a supersized next drag superstar. And I just feel like this argument that they're doing it for the big girls and a big girl should win is really invalid at this point, because yes, it would be nice to see a big girl win, but no, it would not be nice to see one with such a bad attitude win, and with that attitude she will not win, and if she does, no one will be happy. Pearl, her speech, she talks about how she's busted her ass for everything she's got, and everyone that says she looks tired, she is tired because she's exhausted from working so hard. And I'm like, yes, girl. And she feels like she's not limited to anything, and she's still having more to show, and she's still great. She's still gonna kill it. And I'm like, that's my girl. So yeah, here's the judges' critique after that when they're deciding. Michelle says Ginger's the professional of the group, but not a professional speech. And I agree with that completely. It was not a professional speech. She didn't even use the correct grammar. She threw people under the bus for things that didn't even matter. It was rude, and it was just not a good speech at all. Everyone's proud of Violet, but this week's runway is not her best look. Ginger was not the best dancer, but she's a quadruple threat with all the acting and singing and blah, blah, blah. And she has a good chance. Pearl has charm and a star quality, and Michelle thinks everyone out here will love her, and I think that is so true because everyone really loves Pearl. I don't know many people that don't like Pearl, and I think I'm so glad that she's come so far, and I think many people are as well. And then it ends with all four of them lip syncing to Born Naked, and Pearl does that slide in her knees, and she shows she can do more than the arms and the Pearl smash. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was warranted that Kennedy went home, and our top three that we've been waiting for all season are Ginger, Violet, and Pearl, and I'm ready to see Ginger get no votes. And I'm ready to see Pearl win. I really hope she wins. If Violet wins, I won't be mad at all. But if Ginger wins, I'm gonna revolt. So yeah, Untucked this week was basically just Ginger and Kennedy being super unprofessional and just kind of being really rude. And then Ginger was trying to kiss ass to Pearl afterwards and being like, oh, I didn't mean it that way, but she did. And it was just not... it wasn't nice. And I think... Pearl and Violet both felt that. So, yeah, I think this concludes this week's review. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoy making them. I don't know what the deal is with next week. I don't know if they're going to play a recap thing on Monday and do the finale or something like that. But I am ready to see who wins. Tonight, which is Tuesday that I'm filming this, they are filming the reunion and the finale, so I know they crown everyone and then they finally decide right when it airs who they're gonna win, but it's so exciting to see. and I want to hear about it. So if anyone went to that, please let me know how it went. So, yeah, I think this concludes this. I love you guys so much. Please be sure to like this video if you enjoy these. Leave me a comment on your opinions on this week's episode. Subscribe to my channel because I put out new videos every Wednesday and Friday, and you'll be here knowing when they're coming. And yeah, and also my links are in the makeup box down below, so if you want to talk to me more about Drag Race, I am down. I love you guys. Goodbye and thank you.